Hi, my name is Amira DeSabatino, and for my video presentation for car research and test drive, I decided to do Honda. So the car that I chose to do was a 2023 Honda CRV. And my first inclination on this, the reason I chose this vehicle was because Honda has always caught my interest because it's so reliable and fuel efficient. Everybody in my family has actually gone through a Honda, my grandparents, my parents, my brothers. So I was actually really impressed by these vehicles in the past, but I've never actually got the opportunity to test out a CRV. So I was really drawn to that because it's so spacious and the interior was actually really nice. The design in it, not only the exterior looking appealing, but the interior was really nice and updated. So I gave that a try. And then, as well as I looked at Honda's official website first and examined its features, performance, and costs. This was one of the vehicles that was a little bit over my price range. However, I knew with its reliability and long lasting reputation that it was something that I was actually very interested in. So for user evaluations and professional comments, I also looked at a car review website just to kind of gauge what I was getting myself into. This is a photo of me at the dealership. An online comparison. So I valued the thorough evaluations and comparison features that I found online, and I took note of the attributes including cargo capacity, fuel economy, and safety ratings. This just kind of gave me a more outside perspective. Although I have seen these cars operated and used by people that I know, it was cool to get just a feel of what other people were actually giving their ratings on and seeing how people who have had these vehicles for a long time actually feel about them as they continue to use them. This was an image of a car that was very similar to the one I actually test drove. It wasn't the exact, this is a bit more of an updated model, however, very similar in the way it looked on the exterior, and the interior was very similar as well. So, from my experience, when I arrived, a very helpful salesperson actually welcomed me right away. They came right to the door. And the dealership was featured a number of models similar to the picture I just showed you, including the CRV, and was neat and orderly. They were very generous with their coffee, just food that they were offering, just to keep you welcomed. And just if you were going to spend a lot of time there, they had you settled. And then the colleague was not aggressive and he was very informed about the advantages of the CRV. So that was very helpful and informative. He gave a lot of extensive answers to all my questions and encouraged me to look around at the other automobiles, which was nice. Although I had come in with that preference specifically for that vehicle, he encouraged me to look at other things for the things that I was specifically drawn to and was very knowledgeable about all of it. So, for these key questions and specific recommendations, something that I was specifically noticed was a live chat feature would actually be a really good addition to their website. When you go on the website, there's so much information, but having a live chat feature would actually be really helpful too. Just speaking with a bot of sorts and just getting all those initial questions out of the way that are super time consuming, but they are really important still for when you're figuring out what you want in a car, the type of models there are. And as someone who's not super educated, I had to go to external places to find all that. And I had to overwhelm the salesperson with that at first. So it was a lot, but this would be a good addition. And the dealership would build a more knowledgeable and assured clientele by doing this. And it would just give them opportunity to continue building on the people that are loyal to their brand and continuing those purchases. And another recommendation I would have was greeting me initially rather than assuming it was those I was with while purchasing the vehicle. I went with some men that were obviously a bit more knowledgeable than I was, and initially the salesperson walked right up to them, I think assuming they were the ones buying the car or going to test drive it, but I was. So that was a little bit of an alarming feature, but it's just something that I guess people can be drawn to. So, but overall, my experience was really good, and this was a very interesting project. Thank you so much.